The time is 10:03. Roll call.
Commissioner Martha Ponce,
Present.
Commissioner Jose Rivera,
Here.
Commissioner Alonso Carmona,
Here.
Commissioner Luisa Talamantes, Commissioner Gary Bocaro. Here. One absent.
Thank you. Pledge allegiance and salute the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to the republic which stands one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to Texas, one state under God, one indivisible. One point four, testimonial of oath. Please be advised that you are here today to present that you are under oath before the Commissioners Court. 1.5, public comments. We have two public comments. We have a public comment, Kevin Coleman.
Judge, Commissioners, I appreciate your giving me the opportunity to speak today. I'm here on behalf of the Dimmit County Junior Livestock Show Association. I'm a board member. We're about the double booking of the annual show on the 17th of January for that whole weekend. With that being said, the boards are willing to work with the individual that has it booked to still be able to have their event and ours as well. Our needs for Saturday will be the arena area. Our needs for Friday will be touched on here by the other public comment. The event is a children's event every year. We all know that. We raise over $500,000, $500,000 for these kids for scholarship funds, and it's pivotal that we do this on that date because the Zavala County show is the weekend before. The Eagle Pass show is the same time as ours, or is the weekend after, and the Uvalde show is the weekend after that. So moving it would impair us on our buyers because we share buyers from all those communities as well as our communities go to those shows and help out those kids. I hope that we can come to a mutual understanding that this has been years in the making. I started showing at this show in 1985, and it was well established before that as the third weekend in January every year. In the past, we have signed our contract and paid our fee for the deposit, and that should set some sort of precedent as to how we operate and how we have that weekend set aside every year for our stock show. Like I said, we raise over $500,000 a year. It's not only that for the kids. There's money that is spent on judges. There's money that's spent on getting the area together. We spend thousands of dollars to try to make this event a possibility for the youth of our community. Another thing, moving this event would be a major undertaking. There's a board of 20 of us that has to come together, or over 20 of us has to come together to make a decision on this.
You have 1 minute, Mr. Cole.
The school board has also set aside that date and has voted on their calendar for this next year, and it's already set aside for these kids. So we would have to go before the school board and get their approval to move this date. I look forward to working with whoever I need to work with to try to get this rectified. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
We have a public comment from Sally Mangle.
Good morning, Judge. Good morning, Commissioners. Thank you for allowing me to speak on this matter as well. Going off of what Mr. Coleman said, I represent the 4-H parent leaders. Our biggest event is held the Friday of the stock show as well, which is our 4-H barbecue plate sale, which I'm sure everybody in the whole community knows about because we sold over 1,500 plates this past year. So basically we feed the entire community, and that is our sole fundraiser for the Dimmit County 4-H, who that helps us fund all of the things that the 4-H kids do, scholarships and everything. That main event is on Friday, so there's a lot of prep from Thursday to Friday, but we're usually done and completely out of there, wrapped up by about 3 o'clock on Friday. We as well are willing to work with the individual to figure out how we can both coexist in this facility for that weekend and to figure something out. Also, the school had set a date aside, which has been the Friday before, the third Friday of in January for years and years and years. So, like I said, we're willing to work with them and figure out how we can coexist in that one facility that weekend. I don't think I have anything. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Any other public comments? 1.6 approve. Yes, ma'am.
We started working on Diamond H Road, and we also started working on Bettis Drive. This week, they should be putting on the asphalt on it, so hopefully it should be done within 2 to 3 weeks.
Uh, 1.6 approval of minutes of meeting June 9, 2025.
Motion to approve subject to no corrections.
Second.
I have a motion by Commissioner Alonso Carmona and a second by Commissioner Talamantes. Any other discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposition? Motion carries. Thank you. 2.1 informational Dimmit County Broadband Expansion B Program Opportunity Presentation.
Infrastructure cost savings. Good morning, Judge and Commissioners. Thank you for the opportunity to speak with you today. On behalf of Fiber to Go Corporation, we are proud to introduce the South Texas Broadband Coalition. an initiative aligned with the federal BEAD program to close the digital divide in our most underserved areas. This proposal aims to deliver fast, reliable, and affordable internet access to residents, businesses, and anchor institutions across 15 South Texas counties. Our goal is to ensure each county retains full control of its grant while benefiting from shared infrastructure, cost savings, and improved long-term service. Today's presentation will outline the opportunity this program presents, the importance of regional collaboration, and how this coalition model can position South Texas as a leader in digital equity, economic development, and broadband sustainability. We appreciate your time and look forward to working together to bridge the digital gap in our communities. Let's begin. The Broadband Equity, Access, and Deployment Program is a $42.5 billion federal initiative to expand high-speed internet access across the United States. Texas has been allocated $3.3 billion to connect unserved, underserved, and high-cost locations, many of which are here in South Texas. This is a once-in-a-generation opportunity for counties to expand broadband infrastructure with no upfront investment. Eligible participants include counties, cities, school districts, tribal governments, nonprofits, and public partnerships such as Fiber to Go. Our coalition model is designed to maximize scoring by encouraging regional collaboration while allowing each county to retain full control of its grant. The program supports flexible and scalable solutions, including fiber, wireless, and free space laser technology. Following new NTIA guidance issued on June 6, the Texas Broadband Office withdrew its original application notice on June 11. A revised version is expected later this summer. In the meantime, we recommend that counties pre-register and begin preparing the required documents. Fiber to Go is a Texas-based competitive local exchange carrier, or CCLEC, and the only certified minority-owned telecom carrier operating in South Texas. We specialize in deploying broadband through a 3-tier hybrid model that includes fiber optic infrastructure, fixed wireless systems, and free space optics, also known as FSO laser links. This model allows for secure, scalable, and accelerated broadband deployment in unserved and underserved communities. Fiber to Go is currently leading the formation of the South Texas Broadband Coalition, linking 15 counties with a proposed 600-mile fiber optic ring. We are also building a telecom carrier alliance to improve service quality, create network redundancy, and enhance local response times. As an actively registered BEAD participant, Fiber to Go offers counties customized designs, engineering support, match waiver strategies, and proposal documentation tailored to each community's needs. Our mission is directly aligned with the goals of the BEAD program: digital equity, rural inclusion, and long-term economic empowerment across South Texas. Forming a regional broadband coalition and partnering with the Telecom Carrier Alliance is a strategic way for counties to maximize their BEAD application score, reduce deployment costs, and strengthen long-term infrastructure resilience without giving up local control. Each county keeps full authority over its grant, project timeline, and implementation plan. A regional approach increases scoring through coordinated planning while allowing counties to share a common fiber optic backbone, reducing the cost per user and avoiding redundant builds. This structure improves system reliability, supports joint use for schools, hospitals, emergency services, and enables faster customer response through local telecom. To participate, counties simply declare their intent to join the South Texas Broadband Coalition and sign a non-binding MOU with Fiber to Go. Together, we identify coverage priorities at anchor institutions. Fiber to Go then submits one unified application subdivided by project area units, ensuring that every county's plan remains tailored and independent, while benefiting from the strength of coalition coordination. These two maps show the backbone of our proposal: a 600-plus mile fiber optic ring connecting San Antonio with 15 counties in South Texas. This ring is designed for high-capacity backbone speeds ranging from 100 to 800 gigabits per second, enabling future broadband and attracting opportunities like data centers, smart infrastructure, and scientific research. The ring's circular layout also creates redundancy, If one segment is disrupted, data automatically reroutes in the opposite direction to maintain service. This ensures reliability and uptime across county lines. On the map, red dots identify unserved or underserved homes, businesses, and industrial sites. Yellow dots mark anchor institutions like schools, clinics, fire stations, and city buildings. Orange and yellow areas show projected fiber coverage of 1 giga within range of the backbone and feeders. Light blue zones represent 250 Mbps wireless and 10 giga laser links, allowing fast, affordable broadband to reach more remote areas. This mix supports digital education, telehealth, emergency alerts, and smarter local governance. This project represents a major economic development opportunity for South Texas. The estimated investment in Phase 1 is $125 million in broadband infrastructure, plus optional grant administration fee recovery for counties. The rollout will occur in 2 phases. The first targets high-priority users, while the second will focus on expanding coverage to the rest of each county. Across the 15 participating counties, we estimate that over 6,200 residential, business, and public sites will be served in Phase 1 alone. The project is expected to create over 250 direct jobs and more than 500 indirect jobs in construction, technology, and supporting services, providing a meaningful boost to local employment. More broadly, this initiative drives digital inclusion and long-term economic growth by supporting remote education, telehealth, local business, and public safety. Each county retains full control of its grant, while benefiting from cost-sharing and regional efficiencies through the coalition. In short, this infrastructure creates lasting economic value for communities across the region. Fiber2Go proposes a statewide, open-access fiber optic backbone ring designed to connect all counties in Texas under a unified, future-proof infrastructure model. While this conceptual plan is not yet part of the official NTIA or TXBDO programs, it complies fully with existing BDA and federal guidelines. The plan features a 16,500-mile ring capable of delivering 100 to 800 gigabit speeds, providing a robust, scalable digital foundation for the decades ahead. Estimated at $1.65 billion, this cost-sophisticated model uses $100,000 per mile benchmarks and prioritizes last-mile expansion with remaining BEAD funds. It leverages Fiber2Go's hybrid deployment strategy of fiber, fixed wireless, and FSO laser links for flexible and rapid implementation. The ring is engineered for reliability, redundancy, and secure communication, supporting telehealth, public safety, education, smart grids, and digital trade. Most importantly, this infrastructure would operate as open access, available to all qualified carriers and institutions, with revenue-sharing models that return value to counties and promote long-term economic sustainability. This map represents the proposed National Digital Ringmaster Plan, a forward-looking concept designed to extend fiber connectivity across the United States and beyond, reaching Canada, Mexico, and even connecting globally through submarine cables. The shaded area in South Texas highlights the influence zone of our current STX broadband ring, which would serve as a vital southern hub. Notably, North Dakota, shown here with one of the highest fiber coverage densities in the nation, proves that this model works. Their Dakota Carrier Network is a carrier-owned, rural-focused, shared backbone that has brought statewide resilience and broadband equity. Similarly, Utopia Fiber demonstrates the power of municipal open access networks, where counties own fiber and private ISPs lease capacity, creating speed, choice, and affordability. Our proposal builds upon these successful models, scaling the idea to a national level. Though not yet part of current basal plans, this concept aligns with BEAD goals and provides long-term scalability, redundancy, and digital security for all Americans. This is not a closed or isolated system. Interconnection with existing qualified carriers is central to the plan. Let's walk through the immediate next steps for joining the South Texas Broadband Coalition. Step 1 is signing a simple, non-binding memorandum of understanding with Fiber2Go. This MOU allows us to coordinate regionally while ensuring that each county retains full control over its own BE grant and decisions. Step 2 is the preparation of a customized technical package. Fiber2Go will develop detailed coverage maps, cost models, and all required project area unit documentation tailored specifically to your county. In Step 3, a unified regional proposal is submitted, which includes each county's plan separately within the broader coalition. This strengthens scoring while keeping each grant administratively independent. Finally, in Step 4, once grants are approved, contracts are executed, and infrastructure deployment begins, targeting early 2026 for construction in high-priority areas. This structured approach enables speed, efficiency, and full local autonomy from start to finish. The South Texas Broadband Coalition is a bold step toward digital transformation across 15 counties. With Fiber2Go as a minority-certified telecom partner and BEAD funding as the catalyst, thousands of unserved and underserved locations will finally gain access to fast, reliable, and affordable internet. This initiative brings key benefits to each participating county. First, it drives digital inclusion by connecting rural homes, schools, clinics, and public agencies. Second, it promotes economic development by creating jobs, boosting commerce, and enabling smart infrastructure. Third, it is cost-sufficient, requiring no upfront investment from counties while staying within BEAD's cost caps, and the 25% local match may be fully waived under NTIA's updated rules. And fourth, it's a sustainable model that includes long-term service, local maintenance, and future technology upgrade. Go to Fiber South Texas with Fiber2Go, bridging the digital divide together. If you have any questions or would like additional details about the South Texas Broadband Coalition, we invite you to reach out. You can contact our team by phone at 737-242-2053 or by email at info@fiber2go.com. On behalf of Fiber2Go, thank you for your time, attention, and continued commitment to closing the digital divide in your county. We are grateful for your leadership and look forward to your questions, feedback, and the opportunity to collaborate in bringing reliable, high-speed internet access to the residents and institutions that need it most.
May I, Judge? May I?
It's informational.
Judge, just to let the court, make the court aware, this is an organization that I brought and presented to you into our grants writer back in December. And they've been working with Ms. Selena Rodriguez hand in hand on this grant. I believe Ms. Rodriguez has already registered Dimmit County to apply for the grant, and that's kind of where we're at. Unfortunately, she couldn't be here today. She was going to be here to give everybody's stats on it.
Good morning, Judge and Commissioner. Do you have any questions on the presentation?
It was,
Yes, if we can get that email to the court, the way that it was set up, Mr. Ramirez?
No, I'm Mr. Gonzalez.
Mr.
Mr. Ramirez wasn't able to be with us today, but I came on his behalf, and thank you very much.
Can you tell me your name for the record,
Manuel
please?
Gonzalez with Premier Engineering for the record. We worked together with Mr. Ramirez and Fiber2Go for this broadband coalition that we're working to try to get as many counties as can participate, especially on the rural areas, to increase their capabilities.
I have a question. How long have you been working with Selena? The grants?
Mr. Ramirez has been working with her, probably maybe a little after December or something like that.
Mhm. And is an MOU signed?
I haven't signed it.
No.
Not that it's been brought to our court.
I've brought an MOU for the court, and but we'll email it, and that way we can get
So
that.
unfortunately today, Mr. Gonzalez, it was set for informational purposes, so we cannot take any action on it today. Excuse me. And I know that Commissioner Odena and Selena have been in conversations with Mr. Ramirez since last year. However, it's my distinct understanding that nothing has been put before the court for action to be taken. And the way it was advised of today was for informational purposes so that the court can be a little more educated on what exactly we're looking at. So if there needed to be an MOU signed, that would need to be put on as an agenda item for purposes of the court voting on it.
That's correct.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.
2.2, Dimmit County Jail in compliance with Texas Commission jail standards. We just wanted to advise the court that the Dimmit County Jail has been approved and has passed the test for the Texas Commission jail standards. Thank you, Ms. Montes and Sheriff Castañeda. 2.3, to inform the court of the recent hiring of 3 full-time employees and 1 temporary summer employee, precinct 3.
Judge, it was just, I didn't make it for the deadline last, prior to hire, so I just put it as information on this one.
2.4, status update regarding interlocal agreement with the city of Carrizo. For purposes of transparency, commissioners, and to keep the court updated, as you can recall, the last time we were in court, the court requested that we keep communication with the city of Carrizo Springs to possibly set up a joint meeting for Commissioners Court and City Council. I in fact went ahead and emailed Ms. Asalia Garcia, who is with the City of Carrizo City Manager, via email. I can get you guys that printout if you guys want that printout. However, she did advise me that she needed to get with council first before she could give us a date as to when they could formally sit down with the Commissioners Court and have a joint meeting. As of Friday, this past Friday, she had not given us dates yet. So at this current time, I just wanted to advise the court that I am waiting on Mrs. Garcia to provide dates for the court and see where we can continue the discussion and negotiation to execute that MOU between the City of Carrizo Springs and Dimmit County. So I just wanted to give you guys an update that we are in constant communication. However, I am waiting for dates as to when they are available. Once I get the dates that the city provides to me, I will in turn give those dates to you all to see when you guys are available for a forum. 3.1, approval of bonds. Thank you. We have 2 bonds, 1 bond coming out of the county attorney's office.
Move that to approve.
And the second bond, give me one second,
sorry.
Commissioner, you're fine. And the second bond is arising out of the auditor's office. I do have a motion by Commissioner Alonso Carmona,
Second.
second by Commissioner Rubalcaba. Any other discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposition? Motion carries. 3.2, discussion and appropriate action requesting for dumpsters Guadalupe Cemetery number 3 and 4, brush collection and illegal dumping enforcement, Comité de Mujeres Materiales.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
My name is Mary Martinez. I'm representing the Comité of Mejores Materiales. I am requesting placement of dumpsters at Guadalupe Cemetery 3 and 4, enforcement of illegal dumping, same areas, and maybe possibly getting, if there is some kind of schedule for brush collection in those areas.
Questions? Go ahead, Commissioner Noguera.
Is it allowable under your private cemeteries?
That was my question. Do we own the Guadalupe Cemetery? Isn't there one that the county has?
We don't own the Guadalupe Cemetery.
Is it,
Yes, that's the,
Judge,
yes, go ahead, Ms.
I
Martinez.
understand in the past there was a dumpster there. I just came onto this committee about 2 months ago. I don't know why it was removed or what happened. I don't know how that was allowed before. I'm just requesting, I guess, to get it allowed back, but, because I know that the dumpster that the city provides is a whole lot more expensive than what I pay for mine, or I have it at home.
Ms. Martinez, the one that was there before, was it the counties or the cities?
From what I understand from the members there, it belonged to the county. Somehow, they were requesting that it be locked, and that one time, I guess, it didn't get locked and it was taken. And we're not wanting anything, free of charge. We're willing to pay.
how long ago was that,
I don't have an idea. And I'm not trying to get an action today. I'm just trying to see if y'all can, consider our request. Especially, we're gonna put up our signs, and we're actually working on buying cameras now. I really would love to have some kind of enforcement on y'all's part.
Ms. Martinez, just for clarification purposes, you just mentioned right now that the association would be willing to pay for these services. In terms of the services that you're willing to pay is to place a dumpster there and the brush collection?
The brush collection, I'm actually trying to figure out what y'all's schedule is. I did approach one of the city staffs, and theirs is spring and then mid-fall that they pick up, but I don't even know. I didn't approach the city manager or anybody. I don't even know I don't know who picks up brush at those areas.
So in terms of, and correct me if I'm wrong, Commissioner Noguera, this is your department, in terms of allocating a dumpster to the cemetery, and also the brush collection kind of goes hand in hand with that. If the comite is wanting to or willing to open up an account with the county so that we can set that up, they would have to go and discuss with Ms. Miranda, correct? If I'm not mistaken, with Ms. Miranda, she's on the first floor here of the annex courthouse, and have some discussion with her and see how that's applicable to the cemetery, so that if you guys are wanting to have that set up, they can open up an account for you and do it that way. In terms of the illegal dumping enforcement, I'm proud to say that we have officially have Mr. James Gonzalez, who has been certified by the state of Texas to be a code enforcer. With that being said, in order for him to be able to give out citations for that particular issue, illegal dumping, he can give out citations, but those citations are through mail. In the alternative, he can be called to see if there's an investigation that needs to be taking place for the illegal dumping, but in order for there to be a physical citation to an individual, we'd have to get the sheriff's office involved so that they can also investigate the case jointly and collectively with Mr. Gonzalez, and once they do that and they find a suspect and whatnot in the investigation process, then the sheriff's office would execute any kind of citations or any kind of misdemeanors that need to be had on whoever is illegally dumping. But for purposes of Mr. Gonzalez, the way that his code enforcement certification is executed, he's only allowed to do citation by mail, not form or citations in person. So I would strongly suggest, before you leave, if you want, you can get a business card from Mr. Gonzalez so that he can assist you with that. I'm sure he'll be more than happy to assist with you in terms of trying to get to the root or find a resolution for the illegal dumping.
Okay, and the reason I'm here at Commissioner's Court is because I did approach Maribel, and I guess it went through the chain, and she did ask me to approach Commissioner's Court on that. So I guess I'm getting permission to go back to her and maybe rent those dumpsters, or is that?
Judge, may I?
I guess since it's a private cemetery, we thought maybe she thought that they wanted them for free, but since you say you guys are willing to
No,
do
we're
it
willing
in
to
the private
pay.
cemetery, we can't do it under the private cemetery.
And I think
I would love to get them for free.
Because my
unfortunately,
confusion was, If you were asking for like a rate, a set rate for the cemetery.
Yeah, no, I have the rates that Maribel gave me, but
Okay.
like I said, I was asked to approach Commissioner's Court.
And it might be very well just a misunderstanding, a completely innocent misunderstanding, because we do have a lot of the times where we have entities, agencies, or organizations that approach one of the commissioners or myself or departments wanting to have a different rate in the prices, and that's probably why she advised you to put it on Commissioner's Court. However, if your position is that the comite is going to pay the price that everybody pays, you just have to go and talk to her.
So what would be the process of asking for a reduced rate?
We have to put it on Commissioner's
Okay.
Court.
So one more question is, how do I approach in the future if we do have illegal dumping? Who do I just contact James
Yes, ma'am. So
straight,
that's
not Sheriff's Office?
Yeah, either or. I mean, obviously, the sheriff's office is here to, make sure that there's no violations of the penal code. However, Mr. Gonzalez now, as an employee of Dimmit County, has been officially certified as a code enforcer. So you can contact him as well, and I'm sure he'll be able to help you. And if there's something that he can't help you with, then you can address the sheriff's office.
Okay,
And if you can call Mr. Gonzalez, but I know since it's inside the city limits, it would be code enforcer, Mr. Aguilar, with the city.
With the city marshals, with the city
It's
marshals.
inside the city limits.
With the city's marshals.
Private property.
Mr. Aguilar.
Mr. Gonzalez has no jurisdiction. Even the policy passed by the county says it's gotta be outside the jurisdictional limits of the city. So it would fall on the city marshals and the code enforcers. Is that correct, Ms. Gonzalez? That's correct. So he has no jurisdiction over.
He can
the city.
assist you.
I was about to inform you if I can. I've had similar situations of illegal dumping, and the route that I've taken is you do have cameras in place, and the cameras, they belong to you. So once you catch something on that camera and you pull up the footage of it, and if you catch an individual, or you can even take the USB, you can contact any constable. By the cemeteries, I think believe you're facing that. So it's Manuel Lopez, right? Constable Lopez has helped me out plenty of times as well with illegal dumping. So you can reach out to the constables, you can reach out to the sheriff's office, and you can reach out to the city code enforcer for those. But as long as you have that USB, the cameras that you're gonna put up or whatever it is that you're gonna install, you should be able to take that evidence to any constable or law enforcement, and they should be able to help you.
To investigate.
Yes.
Okay, so now I'm confused. Danny, Mr. Gonzalez says go to city marshals and
Yes.
leave you all alone?
Well, you can contact the sheriff's office. You can contact the sheriff's office.
But not Mr. Gonzalez,
Mr.
not James?
Mr. Gonzalez can be there for assistance, but
Yeah, okay.
Mr. Gonzalez can be there for assistance. However, the actual organization that's gonna investigate would have to be the marshals, because it's within city limits, which also poses the issue, Commissioner Rubalcaba, in regards to the cemeteries within city limits.
Okay, so what about the constable that, Ms. Talamantes just mentioned?
So the constable he has jurisdiction within the city limits, as a peace officer, he has, that jurisdiction. So you can, contact him as well, and he can assist you, Ms. Martinez. However, the concern I have now is that since the cemetery is within the city limits, you may have to open an account for, trash pickup with the city of Carrizo Springs.
We already have trash pickup as far as a dumpster's concerned. This is a higher cost that y'all offer.
So, because the purpose of Commissioner Rubalcaba's department putting a dumpster there is not to throw brush in the dumpster, it's regular trash.
So this would be everything that is beside brush. It's all the stuff that comes off of the cemeteries, which is
So that would be, the dumpster would have to come from
from the city.
the city of Carrizo
Understandable.
Springs.
I'd like to ask one more thing that I addressed on here as far as the enforcement, like maybe on y'all's platform, a newspaper. I don't know if y'all have a Facebook site that can kind of, ask people to not be dumping illegally. Because we did it one time, well, they did it one time in the paper, and it seems like it didn't really.
It fell
have
on
the same
deaf
effect
ears.
as far as law enforcement when they do it.
Yes,
I don't
ma'am.
know what we
We'll
help
get,
with that.
We'll get with the sheriff's office. The sheriff's office may, once, if you make contact with the sheriff's office or with the constable, they might be able to disseminate some information out there on that page.
One more question is, who was the constable for that area?
Precinct 2 is Constable Rudy Lopez.
No, precinct 2 is Commissioner Andres Arambula.
Unless Alabama, I'm sorry, I'm still learning the
That's
constables.
okay. Okay,
One-
I am done. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Ms. Martinez. No action, Ms. McDaniel.
Okay, thank you.
Have a good day, Ms. Martinez.
Likewise.
3.3, discussion and appropriate action, approval to renew interlocal agreement between the city of Asherton and Dimmit County. Commissioners, we do have a interlocal agreement that has been submitted by the city of Asherton to be approved. As you can see on there, there is some items that were stricken out. Essentially, the contract is, the motion to, the memorandum of understanding is the same as previous. However, on number 3 in section 1.01, it indicates that the county will assist the city with catch and stray animals within the city. As you are well aware, we don't have a animal control employee or animal control department. So we redacted those. And then also on 2.01, July 1st for the contract to begin 2025 to end June 30th, 2026. I believe perhaps maybe the city inadvertently forgot to change the dates on 2.01. Yes, ma'am. And that goes again in terms of the animal control and having a local veterinarian that the county would assist with, and we don't have that. I have a motion to approve by Commissioner Noguera.
Second.
I have a second by Commissioner Jose Urenda. Any other discussion? All in favor? Any opposition? Motion carries. 3.4, discussion and appropriate action, approval for County Extension Agent, Ms. Alyssa Cruz, to attend the 2025 TCAA State Conference, July 21st to the 23rd in Lubbock. Morning, Ms. Cruz.
Second.
There was a motion?
Yes, Commissioner.
We have a motion by Commissioner Noguera.
Second.
Sorry, Commissioner Urenda, Commissioner Talamantes, second. I have a second by Commissioner Talamantes. Any other discussion? All in favor? Any opposition? Motion carries. Thank you, Ms. Cruz.
Thank you.
Thank you.
3.5, discussion and appropriate action, approval for FCH agent Ms. Carissa Munoz to attend the Texas Extension Association of Family and Consumer Science Annual Conference, July 28th through the 31st in McAllen, Texas.
Good morning, Judge, Commissioners.
Good morning.
Any questions on Ms. Munoz? Do I have a motion?
Yes, Commissioner Noguera and Commissioner Talamantes.
Commissioner Noguera has a motion, and I have a second by Commissioner Talamantes. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposition? Motion carries. Thank you, Ms. Munoz.
Thank you.
3.6, discussion and appropriate action, monthly report from JP Precinct 1, Ms. Sonia Guerrero Perez for the month of May 2025.
Morning, Judge, Commissioners.
Morning.
Mr. Daniel.
Any updates on the mobile one?
Actually, we had a training on Friday that I wanted to share with Commissioners Court, and it was really successful. We had over 30 participants that joined us. I wanted to thank Judge Esquivel and Judge Ponce for attending. It was very imperative information that was shared, and I think that our other JPs need to be aware of what was brought up on Friday. And I do believe that Zavala County is going to try to put on a training as well. And hopefully our local JPs will be able to attend because it's imperative that they know this information as well. We did take a tour of the mobile morgue. Missing Migrant Program agent, Duran Carrasco.
Carrasco.
They were very, very impressed. Border Patrol agents, they both said, all of them said that it was a great thing that we were doing in Dimmit County. Zavala County is looking to do either an interlocal agreement to also hold their illegals for fingerprinting. They did share when the training was going to be in October for any of our law enforcement that want to be able to do it. It's just a really great thing that we're doing for Dimmit County so that we can save money and be able to identify these individuals and reunite them with their families. So thank you to Commissioner Court and Judge for being so supportive during this process. I'm extremely grateful.
Thank you for everything you've done to make it possible.
Thank you, Commissioner.
Other questions of the monthly report?
Everything up and running in your room?
It is, yes.
I see the numbers have picked up as well. Motion to approve.
I have a motion by Commissioner Noguera,
Second.
second by Commissioner Talamantes. All in favor? Any opposition? Motion carries. Thank you, Judge.
I just wanted to add that Intech added that feature where we can either email or text a payment for the individual to pay, and my staff and our young coworkers are sending out that information, and we're getting a really good response with payment. So I think it's one of the best features that we have with Intech. So I do believe that a lot of people were not able to pay because a lot of people don't have desktops, and it could only be done by a desktop, and now you can do it from your phone. And so I think that we'll be able to get payments a lot faster and close out cases and dispose of our cases as well. So thank you.
Thank you.
I had a motion by Commissioner Noguera, second by Commissioner Talamantes. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposition? Motion carries. 3.7, discussion and appropriate action, monthly report from JP Precinct 2. Mr. Alberto Esquivel for the month
Good
of...
morning, Judge, Commissioners.
Good morning. How are you, Judge?
Fine, thank you.
Everything up and running in your office?
Everything okay, ma'am?
Motion to approve.
I have a motion by Commissioner Noguera,
Second.
second by Commissioner Jose Urenda. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposition? Motion carries. Thank you, Judge.
Thank you.
3.8, discussion and appropriate action, monthly report from JP Precinct 3, Ms. Leticia Hernandez for the month of May 2025.
Motion to approve, Judge, on that she was going to be able to make it.
Second.
To approve or to table?
Table.
Motion to table by Commissioner Noguera, second by Commissioner Talamantes. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposition? Motion carries. 3.9, discussion and appropriate action, monthly report from JP Precinct 4, Mr. Alfredo Martinez for the month of April and May 2025.
Good morning, Your Honor, Commissioners.
Good morning, Judge.
Good morning, Judge.
Any questions of Judge Martinez?
Motion to approve.
I have a motion by Commissioner Noguera,
Second.
second by Commissioner Jose Urenda. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposition? Motion carries. 3.10, discussion and appropriate action, approval to hire a new full-time clerk for JP4 effective May 22nd, 2025.
So moved.
Motion by Commissioner Noguera,
Second.
second by Commissioner Talamantes. Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposition? Motion carries. Thank you, Judge.
Thank you, Your Honor, Commissioners.
3.11, discussion and appropriate action, monthly report from District Clerk Ms. Marisela Gonzalez for the month of May 2025.
Good morning, Judge, Commissioners.
Good morning, Ms. Gonzalez. Questions of Ms. Gonzalez?
Ms. Mari, in the month of May, 0 cases were presented.
Yes, ma'am. We had no grand jury for the month of May.
Was there a reason for that?
Not that I'm aware of.
That's a question you need to ask the district attorney's office, because the district attorney is the one that indicts cases. Ms. Mari, how's everything else going in your office in regards to the daily operation?
Same old. Still having court on a regular basis. 365th continues to have court at Courthouse South. I do know that we're backing up with trials because I don't think that he wants to have court at that facility. So I'm not sure what he's planning to do for trial purposes. Courtroom upstairs is available to him. So I don't know where we stand.
As promised the last time that we spoke, I know that I told you that I was going to try to secure a meeting with Judge, and I did do that. I went down and I had a conversation with him, and I did explain to him, as a judge, I'm sure, and I don't want to insult him, as a judge, I'm sure that it's his, where he wants to hold court, and where he wants to. Obviously, he can control it, so he's been controlling it. So I know that not one becomes a judge to be told when and when to do things. But your safety is a huge concern, and I did raise that to him, that at the end of the day, that they are holding court in Dimmit County, and that his safety and the safety of everybody in that building was our priority, because he's representing 3 districts, but it's not going to look very good as us, especially as where we have resources to offer him, we have resources to protect everybody that's being involved. I did make it clear to him, I tried to reason with him, but I guess I had the same conversation that you probably had with him plenty of times. But I did definitely want to let you know that I did hold true to my word, and I made that appointment. And I went and I sat down and had a conversation with him, and I'm very hopeful that hopefully with some times and maybe some more conversations we can reason. I do know that he said that he's anticipating for the courthouse to be open in 2 months. I know that we did have that conversation, and I told him we've been waiting for 2 years. I suggested that we pivot and make a plan B in case in 2 months, if it isn't up and running, at least we have a plan B and maybe we can move into the second courtroom. I offered to mitigate, and with Ms. Flores, Judge Flores, I know that I've heard very good things about her. I'm pretty sure that it'd be something that we would be willing to do. And I did let him know that Commissioner's Court and Judge is willing to work to make sure that we offer a safe place for y'all guys to be conducting court. So I just wanted to let you know that I did keep true to my word. I did go. It just, I don't have much of an update or a progress for you. I'm very sorry for that, but I definitely did.
I appreciate that.
Yes, ma'am.
And just for the purpose of the record, Ms. Gonzalez, we were able to assist you in sending additional security
Yes.
from the courthouse security to assist you the day of court. And
I
just,
appreciate that.
yes, and just for purposes of the record, if you need any further assistance, at least from my office, please advise with me, and I'll be more than happy to assist any way that I can. I know it's been extremely difficult for you. I know there was a situation that happened last week in regards to the court over there, and obviously, as Commissioner Talamantes said, the biggest concern is any issues of threat of life or issues of health and safety in that facility. So we'll continue to try to make our voices be heard, Ms. Gonzalez, and I do want to assure you that we are doing as much as we can, or at least I know my office is. Obviously, Commissioner Talamantes just advised you here in court to be an advocate for your office. I think that it's important that we take care of our employees, especially the ones that work here every day in Dimmit County, and that's the sad part of it. But we will continue to advocate for you because you have been elected for a long time, and quite frankly, it's a disgrace that you're having to pull over 100 records to a courthouse when we have a perfectly capable and operable courtroom that they're for. So I just want you to know on my behalf that I'm doing everything that I can to continue to make sure that you are in a place where your staff feels comfortable coming to work and going to court.
Thank you.
Any other questions or comments for Ms. Gonzalez?
No, Mrs. Gonzalez, I just know that, I know that it's unsettling to you. I just want you to know that we are definitely, everybody in this courtroom is working towards having a better working relationship so we can better serve all of Dimmit County. And thank you for always coming up here and voicing your concerns. I appreciate it.
If there is no other questions or comments, I will entertain a motion.
Motion.
I have a motion by Commissioner Talamantes,
Second.
second by Commissioner Jose Odena. Any other discussion? All in favor? Any opposed? We have one abstention by Commissioner Rubalcaba. Motion carries. Thank you. 3.12, discussion and appropriate action, monthly report from County Clerk, Ms. Claudia McDaniel for the month of May 2025.
Motion.
I have a motion by Commissioner Talamantes,
Second.
second by Commissioner Rubalcaba. Any other discussion? All in favor? Any opposition? Motion carries. 3.13, discussion and appropriate action, approval for travel reimbursement for County Clerk Ms. Claudia McDaniel for attending the Summer 2025 Regional Training SOS on June 7th through 18th in New Braunfels.
I'm only asking for reimbursement because we didn't get notice of the hearing until after the last commissioner's court, and it was last week, and this is the earliest opportunity.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Have a motion by Commissioner Alonso Carmona and second by Commissioner Talamantes. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposition? Motion carries. 3.14, discussion and appropriate action, approval for Deputy Clerk Belinda Sandoval to attend the SOS team training on July 14th through 15th in San Marcos, Texas.
Is she going to this lady?
My distinct My distinct understanding is that she will be traveling with another elected official and will also be sharing accommodations. Therefore, the request is simply for per diem for meals. I have a motion by Commissioner Rubalcaba,
Second.
second by Commissioner Talamantes. She beat you to it, sorry. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposition? Motion carries. 3.15, discussion and appropriate action, approval for County Clerk Claudia McDaniel, Deputy Clerks Belinda Sandoval, Sally Flores to attend the 43rd Annual Law Seminar for County Elections Official, August the 10th through the 13th in Round Rock, Texas.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Rubalcaba, second by Commissioner Talamantes. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposition? Motion carries. 3.16, discussion and appropriate action, monthly report from Dimmit County Fire Assistant Chief, Mr. David Torres for the month of May 2025.
Morning, Judge. Morning, Commissioner.
Good morning, Mr. Torres. If you submitted a report?
Yes, I did.
It's not in here, no, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. Motion.
Are there any questions? I do have a motion by Commissioner Talamantes,
Second.
and I have a second by Commissioner Rubalcaba. Any other discussion?
I have one question. I'm sorry. The day-to-day operations as a fire chief, right? Or assistant fire chief, I'm
Yes.
sorry, assistant fire chief.
Yes, ma'am.
Do you have like a description of like your daily?
Daily?
Well, yeah, not your daily, like your monthly.
Not really, I'm just there as second in command if the chief's not available on a call.
So everything's just word of mouth, like if he, whatever he directs you to do, that's what you do then?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you, I appreciate it.
Mhm.
Any other questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposition? Motion carries. Thank you, Mr. Torres.
Thank you.
3.17, discussion and appropriate action, monthly report from Victory Ambulance for the month of May 2025.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
For the month of April, we
Give me
have
one second,
oh, sorry.
Mr. Rivas. Do we have a report from Mr. Rivas?
Yes, ma'am. Mr. Nun's brought some copies. In my defense, my administrative assistant submitted on Friday, sorry, instead of Wednesday. Sorry. But we have to see.
It was submitted,
Or the holiday.
it was submitted Friday instead of Wednesday, is what you're saying.
So for the month of April, we had a total of 187 calls. The division of calls were 56 in the city and 60 in the county. And for the month of May, we had 214 calls. We had, the division of calls was 45 in the city and 47 in the county. And those are emergency calls, the division of calls, those are just emergencies.
I have a question, Mr. Olivares.
Yes, ma'am.
My distinct recollection is whenever, before, we split up from the contributions with the city and the state, I recall that the amount of calls from the county, we were extremely low compared to the city, and now we've been getting reports where the calls from the county are surpassing the calls from the city. Is there a reason for that?
I can look, ma'am. I don't have the whole report in front of me, but I can look at it and see what the difference is now. I think, if I'm not mistaken,
Because I remember
these past 2 months, these 2 months here, I can see what you're saying. I think we're over 2 calls. We'll have more calls that happen in the county than they did in the
I mean,
city.
you would agree with me that typically,
They've been more in the city, yes, ma'am.
right?
Mhm.
Because the calls normally and typically are coming from the city of Carrizo Springs, and county usually, we have had about 20 calls or something. It seems like they're
Yes, ma'am,
tripling.
usually less, this one. They're usually less.
I was just wondering if there's some distinct correlation or something as to why the calls have increased in the county.
And then I know it's usually maybe like a 5 or 6 call difference, maybe, from before I'm listening from the other reports. But I'll check if maybe the addresses, she might be confusing them to what's in the county, because I know she uses a map. She uses a map of the city and the county, try and pinpoint exactly where the calls happen. So, yes, ma'am, I'll double check.
Yes, because I think that the other question is that it might be also, I don't know if she's irritating the other entities.
No, these are just strictly the emergencies.
No, he means
Oh,
if
If she's using that.
City of Ashton, City of Big Wells.
Into the county instead of.
Yes, if anything that happened in Ashland, we count it as a county call.
Okay, see, and then one of the things that I see is that you had 43 emergencies for the city, 13 were refusals, so you have a 30 of 30. You have a number of 30 calls. In emergency in the county, you had 33, 27 refusals, so you actually got 6 calls.
Correct, from the county.
Right.
So it's still lower, but the refusal rate is a lot higher than.
I know, the way I think,
But again, I'm looking at the fact that you're probably adding big balls and
To the
county.
to the county, yes, yes, sir.
But they're supposed to be there, correct?
And,
I'm sorry?
They're supposed to be there, the city of Big Wells?
No, I'm
Oh.
just explaining why probably the calls went up.
But I was asking, does the city of Ashland and the city of Gables calls belong in the county's report?
It's always been.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am, because they don't, we.
There's not a contribution.
They're all covered within the
Yeah.
county, yeah,
Okay.
they're covered within.
So that's why it probably was longer going, I'm not saying more check or big bills, but then you have all your accidents also. And out of there, you have a certain amount, they all refuse, so the actual emergency calls is 6.
Right, and then the refusal count does count towards an emergency. The only difference is that there was no transport in that call.
Yeah.
So we still responded as an emergency.
Right.
There was just no transport, so it's listed as a refusal.
Thank you, Mr. Lewis.
Is this your report for April or May?
It should be April and May.
We only have
Oh.
April, we don't have the report for May.
She did submit both,
It's the dates that are wrong, because you said we had 100 and how many calls in April and how many in May?
in April, we had 187 and then 214 in May.
Yeah, this is, oh, yes. It's
Is
just-
that okay?
So I can get, I have this, I mean, it's not officially marked, but. I
Just
can
add the
get you-
correction to the.
I'll give it to Ms. Hernandez and she can.
If you can, Ms. Hernandez is advising me that she only received April 2025.
Okay.
And for purposes of the record, because we are approving April and May today, unless this court wants to just approve April and then recall you for May and June at the next commission court, we can do that. But up here, we don't have the report, I don't have the report for May of 2025.
Well, whichever is easier, but we can do whatever.
And the rate could be lower.
Correct.
How many 911 units do you have up and running?
Up and running, we have 4 out of the 5. Right now, I have evidence that we're having trouble with the air because it sits on airbags. When it turns on, it rises, but the airbags are being kind of faulty. So we took it out of service. So we're going to see if we can put it on just shocks and remove those airbags.
Any problem with the air conditioners? With this?
Here lately, no, we got them fixed. We did have a couple of issues with, I believe it was 2 units that the ACs had gone out, but our mechanics came in right away and we got them fixed. I mean, even with the ACs, they blow cool air, but not, they don't really cool as much as they should with this Texas heat. But the temperatures are there. They do the mechanic does the temperature readings, and they're read right. He doesn't have the temperature done. They're reading right, but it's extremely hot, especially in the back of the air.
So are we going to motion to approve April's and table May?
Is that your motion? Because I need to amend the motion, because this motion says for the month of May. Is that your motion?
Yes, because we don't have the report in front of us.
I have a motion by Commissioner Julissa Talamantes to approve the monthly report for April 2025 and table the report for May 2025. Do I have a second?
Second.
I have a second by Commissioner Rubalcaba. Any other discussion? All in favor?
No.
Did you say something?
I.
Right, you heard something else too, right?
Just make sure to put it in the next email, since we already went over it.
Motion carries, Mrs. McDaniel.
So we got good.
Yes, sir,
All right.
you're excused. Thank you.
Thank you.
3.18, discussion and appropriate action approval for tax assessor collector Ms. Mary Sandoval and Chief Deputy Lizette Perez to attend the Truth in Taxation seminar hosted by Purdue, Brandon, Fielder, Collins, and Mott LLP, June 30th in San Antonio, Texas.
So moved.
Second.
Morning, Ms. Sandoval.
Good morning, Judge and Commissioners.
I have a motion by Commissioner Rubalcaba and a second by Commissioner Talamantes. Any other discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposition? Motion carries. Thank you, Ms. Sandoval.
She has.
Yes,
That's two papers.
I'm going, you guys are being speedy today. Give me a minute. 3.19, discussion and appropriate action, approval for tax assessor collector Ms. Mary Sandoval to attend the training on new team system hosted by Texas Secretary of State Elections Division, July 13th through the 15th in San Marcos. I'll entertain a motion, or if you have any questions.
So moved.
Motion by Commissioner Noguera, second by Commissioner Alonso Carmona. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposition? Motion carries. 3.20, discussion and appropriate action. Approval for tax assessor collector Ms. Mary Sandoval to attend the 43rd Annual Election Law Seminar for Election Officials on August 10th through the 13th, 2025 in Round Rock, Texas. I have a motion by Commissioner Noguera,
Second.
second by Commissioner Urenda. Any other discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposition? Motion carries. Thank you, Ms. Sandoval.
Thank you.
3.21, discussion and appropriate action, approval for Dimmit County Constable 2 office carrying the Zambo Gonzalez's license as a reserve constable precinct 2.
Morning, Judge, Commissioners.
Morning. I'm sorry, Constable as well. I was saying that another constable is Constable Precinct 1. I apologize.
Well, Precinct 2.
Oh, Precinct 2. Sorry, I feel like I did it right. I'm already learning my department. Give me like another 6 months before I start to learn y'all.
Very good.
But you guys can police, as constables, you can police the entire,
That's correct.
so any of y'all could help her.
That's correct.
Okay.
Constable, you're, for the enlighten me, you're asking for Mr. Gonzalez to come to your department?
That is correct. As a reserve for Precinct 2, Constable's Office.
Because you lost your reserve recently, right?
Well, he's
No, he
still,
didn't.
we didn't lose him, he's still,
Oh, there.
yeah, he's still there, but he's
Okay.
dealing with this,
So he used to be reserved for somebody else?
Mr. Gazan Gonzalez, I believe, the Sheriff's Office.
So he's no longer going to be with the sheriff's office?
That is correct.
Motion to approve.
Second.
I have a motion by Commissioner Alonso Carmona, and I have a second by Commissioner Talamantes. Any other discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposition? Motion carries. Thank you, Constable.
Thank you.
Thank you, Constable.
3.22, discussion and appropriate action regarding employee number 1792 personnel status report. At this time, the time is 11:17, and we will be going into executive session, Ms. McDaniel. Time is 1:19, and we're back on the record from executive session. For the record, Ms. McDaniel, there was no action taken in regards to item 3.22. The previous decisions of the Commissioners Court remain standing regarding the personnel report of the individual. And at this time, I will call Mrs. Stamps forward. And I believe Commissioner Luna will address
Yes,
the
Judge.
court.
If I may, I want to take this time and opportunity to apologize to Mrs. Stantz for any inconvenience in regards to the event to be hosted by her and her family. The situation came up a little more involved than expected. However, at this point, I feel in discussion we just had that we may be able to come up with a reasonable solution for both entities to be able to utilize the venue at the appropriate time frame and days. For any inconvenience, for any mishaps, for anything that you had to endure during this time, I feel that you deserve an apology, and I'm apologizing for that. from my behalf as an elected official. I feel that my main responsibility is to be here to serve to our community and to make sure that the best solution, the best proposal is taken into effect. And that's what I stand my ground for. I feel like if we talk and discuss situations, we may be able to resolve things a little better to where it benefits everyone entirely. Like I said, my apologies for the mishap, and I'm here for whatever, we are here for whatever we can help in your organizing your event out there, but we're going to make the best of it. And like I said, I'm here for whatever, anything I can help you with, I'm available. Once again, my apologies for this mishap. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
3.23, discussion and appropriate action, monthly report from county commissioners for the month of May 2025. Commissioner Odena, precinct 1.
Judge, for the month of May, it was a month that we encountered the storm. So we were assisting the city with a lot of brush removal for approximately 13 days of that storm. But we have been working on right-of-way mowing and been blading the Gaspar Road due to the excessive amount of truck traffic on that road. So,
Precinct 2.
Just basically the same thing with the, we assisted the city with the brush destruction and what came in from the storm. We are, however, cleaning up the easements on each county road. We're mulching all the big trees and everything. And we have maintained one road, that's 173, but we're right now working aggressively on removing all those trees that are going into the ranches, fences, and cutting the grass.
Precinct 3.
I'm gonna go ahead and table them. I didn't have time to submit my report.
Precinct 4, 5, 7.
Judge, pretty much, maybe we did the same, help the city with brush pickup from the storm. Awesome, and April, I have my April report. We worked on 2 roads with asphalt, Wilson Road and the Jerusalem streets as well.
Any questions?
Motion to approve.
I have a motion by Commissioner Alonso Carmona to approve.
Second.
Precinct, give me 1 second. Precinct 1, 2, 4, 5, and 7, and table motion, precinct 3. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Commissioner Noguera. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposition? Motion carries. 3.24, discussion and appropriate action. Approval to hire full-time temp position for events coordinator, precinct 1.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Noguera, second by Commissioner Talamantes. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposition? Motion carries. 3.25, discussion and appropriate action. Approval to purchase a boom grapple for new mower max from Adamax Equipment in the amount of $16,980.
motion.
The broom grappler?
Yes.
There was an attachment that wasn't added to the machine, but it grabs the branches on the side of the,
So like our cherry pickers?
yes, kind of like yours.
Second.
Is this the,
That's for the new truck.
for the new one that you purchased? And this is by board commission?
Yes, ma'am.
And for the record, you're purchasing it from your,
Serious.
Motion, is there a second, first and second?
I have a motion by Commissioner Urenda, I believe. Was that you, Commissioner Urenda? And I had a second by Commissioner Noguera. All in favor? Any opposition? Motion carries. 3.26, discussion and appropriate action, approve and connect utilities and internet at the rec center in Pecos.
Judge, this is just connect the utilities out there.
So move.
Motion by Commissioner Alonso Carmona,
Second.
second by Commissioner Odena. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposition? Motion carries. 3.27, discussion and appropriate action, approval to purchase
Judge,
rotary.
can we table 327, 328?
Yes, ma'am. I have a motion to table 327 and 328 by Commissioner Noguera,
Second.
second by Commissioner Alonso Carmona. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposition? Motion carries. 4.1, discussion and appropriate action, approval to purchase 2 fingerprint scanners and 5 mobile radios through Operation Lone Star.
Judge, this was put on by Selena. I'm not sure if she gave you a backup or not, but I do have backup given to me. The radios are through OLS and the mobile scanners for the fingerprints are OLS also. That's basically for the bodies. If we start picking up the deceased persons, we'll be able to run the fingerprints off and try to get some type of ID or something back from them.
So,
Motion by Commissioner Noguera,
Second.
second by Commissioner Odena. Any other discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposition? Motion carries. 4.2, discussion and appropriate action, approval to advertise for a new walk-in freezer for the Dimmit County Jail.
Judge, on this one also, if we can just table it, we have somebody's gonna come and
Yes, we
check.
had discussed
Yes,
it about.
okay.
I appreciate, Sheriff, that you are trying to get it fixed before just going out there and spending money to buy a new one.
Yes, because the compressor, we replaced that, it's working good, it's just the inside's coming apart, so if we can get that fixed inside, we'll try to do that first.
I appreciate that, Sheriff. Thank you.
Motion to table.
Motion by Commissioner Alonso Carmona.
Second.
Who's second?
It don't matter.
I didn't hear, I'm sorry.
It don't matter, me or her.
Commissioner Talamantes, second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposition? Motion carries. 4.3, discussion and appropriate action, approval to purchase toolbox commercial size for Metro Shop. I'm sorry, Commissioner, I'm reading it wrong. 4.3, discussion and appropriate action, jail status report.
I would like to thank Mrs. Commissioner Valerie Rubalcaba for letting us borrow the freezer. And also apologize for the cleanliness. Lady advises that it was dirty, so no one would have gone over there.
Any questions of the status report? Any further discussion, Ms. Montes, in regards to the daily rate, increasing the daily rate?
We haven't heard anything.
We're getting
Still
this
waiting.
after you to get all that together.
Also, we already received the freezer, the new one that we purchased.
Yes, thank you.
last week.
Any other questions of Mrs. Montes?
so moved.
Motion by Commissioner Noguera,
Second.
second by Commissioner Alonso Carmona. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposition? Motion carries. Thank you, Ms.
Thank
Montes. 5.1, status report, utility regulatory. You have the report. Thank you, Mr. Hyman. Appreciate it. Questions?
Motion to approve.
Do you have a question, Commissioner Rebecca? I have a motion by Commissioner Carmona. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Commissioner Urenda.
I have a question, I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
What county road?
You want me to list them all?
No, just which ones have you been working on this past month?
The K Bradshaw Road, Brown Road,
Again, I'm sorry, the K back, the K.
it's Castello Road, we started moving Castello Road,
Uh-huh.
Bradshaw, Lake Time, Science, Howard, Old Eagle Pass, and then up here at Turley.
And you did that in a month or in the week?
No, we're doing it again.
Oh, you're doing it again, like
Yeah.
it's
It's just
continuing.
continuing. I mean, we've got a lot of rain and the grass just keep coming up.
I'll ask him afterwards. I have a question, but I'll ask Commissioner Uranda after.
Other questions? She said she'll ask you the question afterwards.
Thank you.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposition? Motion carries. Thank you, Mr. Hammond. 6.1, discussion and appropriate action, monthly report from County Treasurer, Mr. Oscar Ortiz for the month of May 2025. Morning, Mr. Ortiz.
Morning, Judge.
Afternoon.
Morning. Good afternoon, everybody.
Hi,
Hello.
Hi, Mr. Ortiz.
Mr. Ortiz.
Thank you, Judge.
Look, go straight. I had to do it easy.
Sorry about that.
Decorum of the court.
Sorry. I forgot.
Questions of Mr. Ortiz's report?
On the treasurer's balance, of those negatives,
That was just, not in the bank. It's just when the check got printed before the it was in the money was in our investments, but I needed to transfer it over. But the check was made on the last day, so that's why it shows negative, but it was never really negative.
those four accounts were never negative.
No. It's a matter of the timing of when the checks are printed.
Go ahead, Mr. Carmona, Commissioner.
On the grants, Ed, for instance, is that where we don't have money in there or what?
Which grants?
The county grants?
Where it says Dimmit County
County
grants,
grants.
under the Dimmit County Golf Course?
The checks were printed before.
You asked that.
That's what you asked? Okay, never mind, sir. She asked that already. I didn't hear her.
Other questions?
How are we doing on our overtime with the employees? I see some of them have 40 and
A majority of, I've talked to the sheriff already, a majority of it is mainly the jail. Then there's some office staff in the courthouse, but the majority of it is the jail.
If they stay at 40% and comp time, and let's just say they already maxed out their 40% and then they work this week and it's an hour over, they're getting paid that hour of overtime?
Correct. If they're already at their 40, then yes.
Is there any policy or anything that's in place that says that they shouldn't be kept at 40 for like a continuous period of time, like consecutively?
There's nothing,
We don't have anything.
there's no policy forcing the employee to use their comp time.
So when do you advise the departments that they've been at 40 for so long? And like, what do you do in that situation?
I mean, they get a copy of the report after every payroll.
Normally, after payroll, he'll break this up per
By department.
department, and he'll take it to the department head and give it to the department head to advise the department head, hey, heads up, these people in your department have so many hours. And that's an indicator to the elected official or department head to warrant for them to either advise their employee to take time off or whatnot. So every elected official or department head should know ahead of time already that they're creeping up on or at the 40 hours.
But it's to their discretion, so if they want to keep that employee at 40 hours continuously, they're allowed to do so?
Correct. Because there's no policy that says otherwise. Any other questions?
Would you, if you have an employee that's at 40 and that employee continues to accumulate overtime because you've got 40 over here's our rate, that would affect your budget, wouldn't it?
It would, but on the departments with the bigger budgets, it won't really affect them because most of them have vacancies. So since you don't have that person in there, you're kind of taking money from that empty position. But the smaller departments that only have like 1 or 2 employees, they are probably gonna run out of money before the end of the year.
I have one in my department, that is at 40. And during the week, if we go to Value for materials, and on Fridays, the hour or 12 that he has, that's when he goes home. I let him go home early. He's already worked it, but it's not really early, it's just, he already worked it that way. He doesn't go over and he doesn't get paid.
Correct. Any other questions? I entertain a motion to approve the monthly report. Motion by Commissioner Noguera, second by Commissioner Talamantes. All in favor? Any opposition? Motion carries. Thank you, Mr. Ortiz.
Thank you.
6.2, discussion. Monthly report from the county auditor, Mr. Carlos Pereira, for the month of May 2025.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
So, if you look at the first item where it says current taxes, we have actually collected $364,000 more as of May than what we had budgeted for taxes. Under sales tax, we are $163,000 short from our budget. Those are the reports I gave you right before the executive session.
Yes, sorry. I was looking for them on the iPad.
On the sales tax, what, Mr. Pereira?
On sales tax, we are $163,000 from meeting what our budget, what we had projected for the year. So once we hit in June, the following months will be above and beyond what we had projected.
Correct.
So overall, we have collected $20,185,000. And if you look at the second page under year-to-date expenditures, which is the fourth column, we're at $11,915,163, which is $8,270,000 revenues over expenditures as of May 31st. And so if you go
8,200,000 what?
$8,270,339. So projecting forward, we will be revenues over expenditures.
Questions? Yes, very good. Other questions? Now I entertain a motion to approve. Thank you, Commissioner Noguera.
Second.
Second by Commissioner Odena. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposition? Motion carries. Discussion and appropriate action, approval of government deals to auction the surplus.
Yes, I put this back on the agenda because we had been working, we were trying to work with the other one, which was Purple Wave, I believe, but we have not been able to get anything with them. And we have worked with government deals and they were very quick, and we're hoping to get this resolved and have everything out to auction. So you should have gotten the list of information on what they do. And like I said, we've had them before and they were very effective, and they're very fast in doing everything. So we need to go back, and they're a little more expensive for the buyer than what the other one was, but we haven't gotten any results from the other one. So,
Mr. King, when are you anticipating to do the auction?
well, as soon as these guys, we can get them on board and get them to do everything, they're a lot faster than what the ones that we were trying to work with. So we're hoping that the next month we can have something already scheduled and ready to go.
Next one.
I'm sorry, Mr. P, on the 210 Ford, I think Commissioner Rubalcaba pulled it out of there. And that's the one that she's using.
Well, if there's anything that needs to be pulled out, there's no problem.
Okay, but
Our concern is.
it wouldn't affect the people that bid on it or anything like that?
No, we'll pull
It
it out
hasn't
before we
been-
get it to
Oh,
them.
Yeah, it
okay.
hasn't been put on
It's, making sure that we get something from, that has been declared surplus to sale, not the other way around.
The reason I'm asking is because Metroplex
I know.
is becoming a junkyard.
And that's why we went,
We
we need
approved,
to take action on
I'm
it.
sorry to say this, but it looks ugly.
we approved
And
this
if we
last
can't
year,
sell these
remember?
vehicles because we haven't been able to, might as well.
But these
keep
guys are a lot
vehicles in there
faster.
somewhere because the
And we've worked with them
cars
before.
and under the shed where we park our
Commissioner, I'll go ahead,
trucks.
I'll give you my word that we'll get on it. If Mr. Pereira's office needs assistance, I'll get my staff to assist,
Yes,
because
I would take everything to the landfill and get rid of it ASAP, but
Which we just need something, if
Well,
they don't
go
bid on
ahead
it,
and
then we can do
start
that.
it, Commissioner.
Okay, so,
Because I passed by there, and you have a
Carson's lot.
Carson.
I have had an individual that's been calling me. He says that he goes to the Zavala County auctions, and he's just been wanting an update. I did give him your office number, and I don't know if he ever reached out, but I've received 3 calls because they've been waiting for it. So I'm pretty sure we'll be successful.
because it's not just the cars, it's all
Yeah, there's
the
equipment and
that's
a bunch of
under
stuff.
The carports that have been there for a while already.
Thank you.
please. Thank you.
I entertain a motion.
Motion.
Motion by Commissioner Noguera,
Second.
second by Commissioner Talamontes. All in favor? Any opposition? Motion carries. 6.4, discussion and appropriate action approval for county auditor Mr. Pereira to attend the tax seminar with Purdue on June the 30th in San Antonio. Motion by Commissioner Noguera,
Second.
second by Commissioner Talamontes. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposition? Motion carries. 6.5, discussion and appropriate action, budget adjustment number 51, County Judge's Department.
So moved.
Motion by Commissioner Alonso Carmona,
Second.
second by Commissioner Noguera. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposition? Motion carries. 6.6, discussion and appropriate action, budget adjustment number 52 between Records Management. Motion by Commissioner, who was it? I didn't know. Commissioner Noguera. Is there a second? Second by Commissioner Urenda. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposition? Motion carries. 6.7, discussion and appropriate action, budget adjustment between the county clerk's department. Motion by Commissioner Noguera, second by Commissioner Urenda. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposition? Motion carries. Claim docket is 6.8. In the general fund, we have $3,649,976.30. Dimmit County grant, $635. Dimmit County Airport, $3,579.75. Dimmit County Golf Course, $26,795.60. Excuse me. Courthouse Security, $12,725.56. Records Management, $2,891.67. Utilities, $95,237.94. Stone Garden, $68,603.90. Operation Lone Star Program 2022, $46,457.36. Dimmit County Payroll, $386,174.79. Tax Note Series, $93,262.41. COs 2019, $57,991.75. COs 2021, $12,699. SB 22, $26,942.46, for a grand total of $4,483,973.49.
Motion to approve.
I have a motion by Commissioner Alonso Carmona,
Second.
I second it.
second by Commissioner Talamontes. Any other discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposition? The motion carries. I will entertain a motion to recess and adjourn the regular meeting.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Alonso Carmona, second by Commissioner Noguera. I will call the Public Facilities meeting to order, and the time is 1:46. Let the record reflect that all parties are present. There is no absence. Approval of minutes of June 9, 2025.
Motion.
Motion by Commissioner Talamontes,
Second.
second by Commissioner Noguera. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposition? Motion carries. Discussion appropriate action, new business?
No.
We have no new business, no action.
Oh, Well, on my next report, I will report it on my next report, but good news is that we got most of the ACs up and running. The emergency one that we submitted, Judge, was for their server room, and it got fixed, and they were very grateful that got fixed. But on my next report, I will give you all guys a detailed report of what was fixed.
Thank you. 3.1, discussion and appropriate action, monthly report. We do have the report as Mr. Pereira submitted it. As you can see, your two dates and your actuals are at the bottom of the page. Are there any questions? If there are no questions, I'll entertain a motion to approve the monthly report.
Motion.
Motion by Commissioner Odena,
Second.
second by Commissioner Noguera. All in favor? Excuse me, I'm so sorry, Commissioner Carmona. I'm sorry, Commissioner Noguera. It's because I was looking at her, that she said something. The second was by Commissioner Alonso Carmona. All in favor? Aye. Any opposition? Motion carries. 3.2, claim docket, $24,161.77 for public safety.
So moved.
Motion by Commissioner Alonso Carmona. Was that you, Commissioner?
Yes.
Noguera? Second by Commissioner Noguera. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposition? Motion carries. I will entertain a motion to recess and adjourn.
So moved.
Motion by Commissioner Alonso Carmona. Is there a second?
Second.
Is there, who seconded? Whoever. Second by Commissioner Salamantes. All in favor? Any opposition? Motion carries. This meeting has ended.